The Wizard of Ahge. Let's mount our steeds and ride dressage as we embark on vast voyage. Through Romney's past, we will romage, selecting scenes to decoupage, made brighter by our entourage in our pursuit and scrutinage. He hails from high-born heritage of opulence and privilege. His landed life and parentage remove him from things average. In high school days, before college, some term these days the troubled age, when right and wrong seem hard to gauge, when hijinks reign and hormones rage, Mitt did a deed that seems savage. He led his pranksters on rampage. He raped a lock in barbarage, but Pope is dead, c'est très dommage. Sharp scissors snipped the bleached lacage, a bully's right of team passage. Mitt's hunting heart would then engage in questing down more foul plumage, not from the feathered foliage of fateful birds in colerage, or pear trees stripped of all partridge, a feather fit for bonnetage, a headpiece like Powhatan-age, proud chieftain held in high homage. But truth be told, the real image was one who preyed on varmintage, like weasels, rats, or rabbitage, or mice and moles, mere rodentage. Mitt flourished in this wildernage, where myths abound in rusticage. He fettered fear in captivage. Oh, Mitt the mighty had come of age. In Willard's fledgling hunting lodge, from ceiling down to carpetage, wall trophies hung in full menage. Soon tall tales spawned with badinage, recounted with racontage. The praiseful toast for his courage raised glassful hands in festivage. Varmint slayers in great harage drained goblets of all beverage. His legends fill the folklorage, this frontman clad in foliage, from fierce terrain and acreage, whose bullet backed by the NRage. But soon he shed his camouflage, and blessed Mitt in their marriage with 5 strong sons, their lineage, who prospered in this anchorage. In time they traveled, bon voyage, to France, the land of fine fromage, where Rothschild's glow from peak vintage lights Notre Dame's divine image. Down Paris paths this sacred page did foster faith on pilgrimage in gospels of the latter age, as he served out his missionage. Soon siren gold did beckonage, enticing strong this money mage. Investment whiz, financial sage, he craved more wealth through conquerage. Now, Mr. Fixit's great garage repaired most business-dense dommage. With cunning craft he could salvage through wedge and hedge and leverage, like grads of Gatsby's tutelage. The rich grew great, 'twas no mirage, 'twas just as had been promisaged in midst the Moses golden age. Investors claimed a small village where Conan Mitt unleashed pillage. So few survived this bane barrage in robber baron's grim carnage. But this proved Mitt without parage. While rivals spewed their disparage, Mitt's work left jobless, void of wage, in bleak and barren vassalage, dismissing them as slaves sterage, just damned and doomed as plunderage. A captain's right of pilotage, invoked before Mitt disengaged. Odysseus-like, he travellaged where fame and fortune gatheraged. This cast him in politicage. So long before that Norquist plage, Mitt sought a seat in senatage, and grappled with Ted Kennedy, who trounced him soundly, tit for tage. How soon he begged for saving sage. Now, ancient Greeks, Olympiage, the games were mired in hage and page. By brandishing a Greek god's badge, Redeemer myth manned rescuage. His rep soon reached heroic Ahge, as victor's wreath of laurelage crowned Mitt on the top the golden stage. The whole world paused and gazed, homaged. Now, certain that his fate did change, he won the Bay State governage. Mitt crafted clear a health package that presidents would copyage. His glowing polls promote image. So calm, so cool. He shows no rage. A GQ fold-out, center page. He walks with regal carriage, surrounded by his entourage in tailored, perfect assemblage, accented black and gray coiffage that groomed and manicured visage. Mitt moves among the plutocrage. You know the ones, noblesse oblige. These men who madly mismanage have pockets deep in lobbyage, which tempts most souls to prostitutage in hopes of gaining patronage. Such dirty deeds lack sanitage, such crazy men, such dastardage, such sly and sinful scoundrelage are seedbeds of immoralage. Most hopefuls covet reportage in papers where their trumpetage will dominate the first front page, oft sacrificing veritage. But Mitt the maestro's orchestrage quite quickly learned to deftly dodge the skillful steps of panderage in hopeless, dopeless operage. Mitt seeks the big seat, Washington, but party ties force compromise. Engulfed in all the attendage are heavy-voiced excess bagage, whose raucous-sounding scrap and scrage are views perfumed by skunk cabbage. What should Mitt do? Be simply sage. Recall the words of Grandpapage, a wise man speaking old adage. The friends you keep, your bud cortege, reveal your brand, your qualitage. Well, let's spotlight some. Come, center stage. Oh, one trumpet's blaring bloviage to flaunt his crown, his caratage. While weaving ties in silk natage, he babbles Barry's Bertharage. Another hails from Troubadage, Ted Nugent in his rockerage, fevered hot by catscratage, his fury blazing high voltage. His guns, guitar, and NASCARage make crystal clear his angarage. Now to our gaze from far-off stage come playmates stuffed in clown carriage. First, Perry, plagued by counterage, forgot his third point. Whoops, barrage. Then Herman Cain, Godfatherage, served hymns and nines and stuffed sausage. Santorum, in his sly gavage, force feeds his thoughts in sermonage. The genius, set in lunarage, trapped Newt in moonshot shouterage. Behind a bearded masquerage, Michelle and Mitt just jitterbage. But one who spoils sound and stage has caused right wings to hemorrhage. With words his broadcast wielding rage, in fists that strike like cold cockage. A clear assault and batterage that left poor Mitt tsunami-aged. Though it conveys such great panache, he failed to counter Rush Lumbage, whose brazen sexist verbiage besmeared that flute girl, Sandarage. Huff-puffing on his cigarage, he spouted vile slanderage. Amid this shameful blatherage, poor Mitt the Meek would not engage. Such speech, the bane of babblage, is not what spoke at Harvarage. I choose a different language, devoid of all such twattelage. Then safe within his silentage, Mitt sought escape in flighterage. The land's left lost in maladage. It grows weaker with each new sunrise. With each infected appendage, the body politic decage, and pleads in pain for rescuage. Countless groups set up triage, prepared for crisis meticage. We must find cures, we must assuage the plague that ails the USAge. Who brings the needed doctorage? Who brings more than mere bandinage? Who can spark recuperage when Congress mires in masquerage? So many questions still montage, unanswered in this quagmirage. Yet mid this murk, sharp minds forage and seek beyond such persiflage, like taxes tucked in truth's slippage, or power forged in arbitrage, through bane and pain and brigandage. The scene is soiled, it needs lavage. Who'll dare protect the peonage from 1%ers sabotage? Who'll take the stand in certainage, apart from all flip-flopperage? Who'll stop all partisan scrimmage and lead with skilled cooperage? The time soon comes for all to judge, both men who flaunt their candidage. The Tuesday of our suffrage, Election Day, Novemberage. We'll think of each man's meritage and cast our votes in ballotage. And now we make our exitage. Now nears the time to end dressage. Gone with bits and bridleage and all the TV coverage, with caps and crops and equinage and all the plants prancing splendorage. We bid adieu, we say tatage, but leave you this to ponderage. Be wary of your next footage, for what remains is horse poopage. Independent thinking. There you go, buddy. Thank you.